A sold-out capacity crowd right here at the MTA Arena tonight for Motor Madness, as 8 of the best monster trucks are ready to do battle right here and see if they can take the Motor Madness flag off the back of the Gravedigger, which Dennis Anderson won last time out on Motor Madness. If you're new here, be sure to crush that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, because we're about to go side by side, Diecast Monster Truck Racing, and looking at round 1 matchups. Up first, we're going to see Reptoid take on Prowler. Then Goldberg will take on Predator. Over on the other side of the bracket, we're going to see Bustin Loose in the Chevrolet camp take on Sudden Impact in the Ford camp. And to close out the first half of round 1 competition, it's going to be Bulldozer taking on the Gravedigger. Now, as we mentioned before, Gravedigger the champion coming into tonight's event. Now up first in round 1 out of Brentwood, Tennessee, we've got Dave Pizzo in the Prowler machine. Now set to take on Jim Jack out of Milton, Florida in the Reptoid machine over here in the far lane. Now both trucks are powered by a big block Chevrolet, but we're about to find out who goes on to semifinals here on Motor Madness and gets one step closer to the championship flag. Who's going to semis? Green light goes down now. Reptoid and Prowler down the stretch. Jim Jack and Reptoid with the lead, but Dave Pizzo getting wild, going across the finish line. The Prowler machine does get the win over Reptoid here in round 1. Now up next in round 1 competition, we've got Tom Mintz out of Paxton, Illinois. He's bringing the Goldberg machine to the line. Now set to take on another truck campaigned out of the Pizzo camp. This is Alan Pizzo in the Predator over here in the far lane out of Brentwood, Tennessee. Does he have enough in the tank to meet up with his brother over there in semifinals to take out Goldberg? Green light goes down now. Pizzo and Predator got him up the line. Goldberg trying to come back from behind. And Tom Mintz, wait a minute, Pizzo turns it over in the far lane, going across the finish line. I do believe Tom Mintz may have just had the biggest come from behind win over here in the near lane. Let's go down now to our photo finish to confirm a winner, and it's going to be Tom Mintz by inches and Goldberg over the Predator machine. A great race here on Motor Madness, but next up in round 1, Conroe, Texas native Ron Nelson bringing the Bustin Loose Chevrolet to the line, ready to take on the Big Bad Ford. John Seasock out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. There you see him. Sudden Impact ready to go in the far lane. Now, Ron Nelson took home the first win out here on Motor Madness at Bustin Loose. Can he do it again here tonight? Ford versus Chevrolet, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch to go. Sudden Impact's got it. Bustin Loose trying to come back on him. And what a close race. Nelson now trying to get it under control. Heading over towards the far lane towards Sudden Impact. Ron Nelson came from behind right there over that last set of cars. Down to our photo finish. Your winner, Ron Nelson and Bustin Loose, just barely edging out the old Ford there in the far lane. And now to close out round 1 competition, Rob Nell out of Paxton, Illinois, bringing the Bulldozer to the line. He will get first crack at Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger, who is your current Motor Madness champion. There you see the flag on the back of the truck, a Gravedigger number 7. He is wanting to defend that flag and carry the momentum and pick up another win tonight. Rob Nell, the cousin of Tom Mintz, Bulldozer here in the near lane, wants to take out the champion early here in round 1. Gravedigger takes on Bulldozer now down the straight stretch. They're even up and over no man's land. Now the Gravedigger does the wheelie and turns it over in the shutdown area. Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger is upside down there, but Rob Nell wasn't cutting him any slack. He hung right there with Anderson all the way to the finish line. Let's go back down now to our MTA replay. Both drivers cut a great light coming off the start. Rob Nell and Bulldozer may have had a slight lead on him, but watch right here. Anderson in the far lane, Gravedigger number 7 doing a wheel stand and gets the win over Bulldozer. Hits that ramp there in the shutdown area. He tried to save it and drive out of it, but turned it over on its side. Nonetheless, the Gravedigger moves on in the semis. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you guys real quick, coming up at the end of November on November 26th, the Full Throttle event is in full swing. 32 trucks are competing, all to crown one champion. But now, back to the action on Motor Madness for semifinals. Prowler will take on Goldberg, and then we're going to see Bustin Loose take on the Gravedigger in a rematch right here on Motor Madness. But up first in semis, we've got Tom Mintz bringing the Goldberg machine back Again, Tom out of Paxton, Illinois. He is ready to rock and roll here. Now set to take on Dave Pizzo, who went for a wild ride in the shutdown area. He kept the Prowler machine under control. He's back in action here in the near lane. He wants to knock off Tom Mintz and go on to the finals here on Motor Madness. Who's it going to be going to the finals? Goldberg and Prowler. Green light goes down now. Goldberg got him on the line. Prowler now trying to come back on him, and Dave Pizzo does it in the end. He picks up the win over Tom Mintz and Goldberg. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see the Big Cat and Prowler in the final round of Motor Madness here tonight. The question remains, who's he going to meet there? Is it going to be this man, Dennis Anderson in the Gravedigger, who is the current Motor Madness champion? Now set to take on Ron Nelson out of Conroe, Texas, the Bustin Loose Chevrolet. These two met last week, and Anderson took out the win and brought home the flag on the back of the Gravedigger. You know Ron Nelson and Bustin Loose wants that flag back. Battle of the bow tie to close out semis. Green light goes down. Now they're even on the start. Gravedigger now pulling the lead over the car. And Dennis Anderson shuts it down right into the rear end of Predator in sudden impact. Nonetheless, Anderson putting on a show. He will get up the win here in semifinals. Bustin Loose on the trailer. And ladies and gentlemen, taking a quick break real quick, I want to remind you guys that every Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the MTA YouTube channel, Thursday Night Thunder comes to you with 16 of the best diecast monster trucks and drivers, all competing for the Checkered Flag Championship and the overall points championship. So be sure to tune in to Thunder every Thursday night on the channel. But now we're back to Motor Madness action. It's final time. And coming to the line first is Dave Pizzo out of Brentwood, Tennessee, bringing the Chevrolet-powered Prowler machine to the line. Now set to take on the icon, Dennis Anderson in the Gravedigger, who wants to carry the Motor Madness flag into the next show. But Dave Pizzo and Prowler has been running on a rail here tonight. He wants to take home this win something bad. Who's it going to be? Gravedigger and Prowler. Showtime now here on Motor Madness. They're even down the stretch, driving over the cars now. And Dennis Anderson does it again for the second week in a row. He gets the big time win out here on Motor Madness. The Gravedigger pulls out the win over the Prowler machine. Let's go down now to our MTA replay, folks. Right here off the line, both drivers cut a great light, but watch Anderson start to pull a lead down the straight stretch here. Up and over no man's land. It's all smooth sailing for the Gravedigger number 7 over there in the far lane. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner here tonight for the second week in a row, Dennis Anderson in the Gravedigger. He carries the Motor Madness flag into the next episode. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys for coming out and watching another episode of Motor Madness. We hope you enjoyed this throwback nostalgia right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next time.